Hell yeah. All right. We are back in action, dude. We're back in action, damn Burn Barrel, Season 3, Episode 2. Fucked that up last time. Hell yeah, I messed that up last time. People put in the comments, was it season 2 or Season 3? Well, I don't. I mean, I never. I mean, just listen to it. That'd be cool. I appreciate it. I would appreciate it. Anyways, I'm Average Joey, aka Joey Leonard. The Burn Barrel. This is my podcast. This is it. This is awkward for me too, because I don't ever know what to do or talk about. It's like, oh, you should have a podcast. It's like, yeah, I know, but you know how hard it is to fucking ramble for 30 minutes, for 25 minutes, or whatever else. It's pretty hard when you don't prepare yourself, and you can't tell by the way I look or looking at me. Your boy ain't prepared ever. I mean, I'm sometimes, but not all the time. Anyways, it's Sunday, January 14th. This is take 3, meaning that this is the third hour that I've been on this shit right here. I'm on my third big ass cup of coffee. No, this ain't one of them little Stanley deals. This right here, it is made in China also, and it is metal, but it ain't one of them Stanley deals. This is probably, I don't even know where it came from. I don't even know whose it is. I just rinsed it out and I'm using it because I had to. Yeah, but had to have me a drink, had to have me some coffee so I can keep it going. My buzz is gone, cuz my buzz is gone. And like I said, I ain't even got nothing to talk about. I Googled before the podcast, to try to get some sort of insight on something to speak about. 12 interesting facts about cannabis, but seem to be that they're not that interesting. I figured I'd share them with you real quick on the first part of the podcast, just to kill a little time. Just to kill a little time. All right, now this is from the Great Barrington Dispensary. These are 12 interesting facts about cannabis that you may not have known. Fact number 1. Cannabis is 2,500 years old. Cannabis is 2,500 years old. That's what they're saying. First off, you don't know that. You don't know how old that shit is. You don't know how old it is. How you gonna tell me how old it is? Well, you got a damn time machine. You went back to the damn first time somebody smoked a doobie. Let's see what they talking about. It was first recorded in the Eastern Tibetan Plateau. The Chinese farmers would grow the plant for oil and fiber to make ropes and clothing and paper. That's no brainers. I used to date a damn hippie chick in high school that used to make them damn hemp necklaces. And she made a killing. This is already, obviously she would, who knows when that was? All this damn talking about, well, then it says right here that the Chinese would boil cannabis flowers and with water to make tea, Herodotus. And then the Greek historian who wrote about some shit said that they made tents and heated rocks and they'd smoke hemp, which caused them to shout for joy. That's the same shit it does for all of us. And are you telling me that weed's made in China? Are y'all trying to tell me that this shit is made in China too? I ain't got nothing wrong with shit made in China. I'm just saying, fuck, everything is made in China. Seems like everything's made in China. Call my mom and dad, ask them was I made in China? Ignorant. That was ignorant. Just pure ignorant. Fact number 2, interesting fact number 2, because fact number 1, not that interesting. Fact number 2, only female cannabis plants can get you high. Not interesting because, I think everybody knows that female plants are the ones that grow the buds that get you high. Not interesting. Going to keep it scrolling. Not even going to get into that one right there, okay? Fact number 3, there are about 100 different cannabinoids in marijuana plants. I don't know. Not interesting. Not interesting. Why did they say what? They do stuff like this to get your attention, and then they're like, this is a good article, but it really ain't that good. It's not that good of an article. It's not. Interesting fact number 4, Bob Marley was buried with marijuana. Now, if that was an interesting fact, then I'll shake your dick, because I would assume safely that Bob Marley was buried with marijuana. Like, the homies might have put a little in his casket for the ride. Because that's what homies do. Hell, would be interesting if they rolled him in a doobie and then burn him like a Jamaican Viking. Because I've put a couple doobies in a friend's casket. I've put doobies in a friend's casket. Couple of them, more than once, probably 10 times. Yeah, I know that many dead people. Not that interesting. Keep it going. Interesting fact number 5: Morocco is the largest producer of marijuana in the world. How the fuck who told you that? Number one, not only is that not interesting because I don't get my shit from Morocco. How do you know that? I know some motherfuckers around here that damn put on a pretty good deal, and that's just one small little fry. Pretty sure a bunch of motherfuckers are doing it. We were making up facts, making up fun, interesting facts. Fact number 6, Washington was the first state to legalize it. Who cares? Not interesting. Until they legalize it in all fucking 50 states, it ain't interesting to me. I'm not interested. It ain't stopping nobody from smoking it. Interesting fact number 7, chocolate effects can be the same as marijuana effects. I call bullshit. Somebody else will be like, no, man, I'm serious, man. I'm getting high off this chocolate. Shut up. No, you ain't. You getting fooled off that chocolate. You getting, it's tickling your pickle is what the chocolate's doing. But they're over here trying to say scientists in San Diego said that they found 3 related chemicals in chocolate that affect the same parts of brain cells that are turned on by smoking marijuana. Number 1, y'all ain't in the brain. Finding out what this cell is over here. Y'all are just taking your best fucking educated guess. And the fact that this is in San Diego tells me that it's a bunch of stoners sitting around eating chocolate. They call themselves scientists because they got a college degree that mom and dad paid for, or they went in debt for, and then they cheated on enough tests, or barely made it by to pass, and now that's the career they chose because it was just easy to sit around and smoke weed and eat chocolate all day and come up with your best guess. They said drinking cocoa and eating chocolate and smoking marijuana all resulted in dopamine increases. Well, you don't fucking say. All of those things are good. They're all good. They're all good. You ever done all 3 at once? Huh? You ever drank some cacao and ate some chocolate and smoked a little doobie on the front porch? Oh, trifecta. That's the trifecta blend. Shit. Not interested, man. Anyways, let's keep it scrolling because we're just killing time. Interesting fact number 8, there are 1,200 slang words for cannabis. I'm sure there's more than that. Not interesting because they're saying, oh, the first one, marijuana. Second one, weed. Third one, pot. Fourth one, that good. It's that good. Fifth one, doobie. Sixth one, dank. They got on here broccoli. Who the fuck calls it broccoli? I ain't calling it broccoli. The fuck? That'll be what you got. I got that broccoli. Somebody somewhere is like, well, that's what I call it. No fucking, okay. Well, that's not slang. It's not slang. That good. I like that good. Got that dank. Roll a doobie of that dank. Not interesting. Interesting fact number 9, 420 is code. I'm scrolling right past this one because it's not interesting. Everybody knows that 420 is code, dude. Number 10, George Washington was a grower. We've already seen Dazed and Confused. We already saw Dazed and Confused when he's on the damn hood over there and he's talking about that, when George Washington used to come in from a long day and his wife would have him a fat bowl right there waiting on him. Remember that? We already learned that. That's not interesting. Number 11, Shakespeare smoked weed. That's not interesting. I would assume safely he was smoking weed back then. You know what I'm saying? He was shining amongst his peers. He was very creative. How do you think he got there? You think he was walking around not high? Hell no. He was getting stoned and creative. And he's like, hey, y'all want to paint a couple pictures of some dicks? Gotcha. Oh, wait. William Shakespeare. That's a damn playwright. Fuck, I was thinking of damn Michelangelo or some one of them deals. Yeah, Shakespeare definitely smoked then. Oh, hell yeah. Now I think about it, that motherfucker was wild, dude. All that shit he used to write and how the hell you come up with that? Smoking reefer? That's interesting, actually. Anyways, number 12. Cannabis can be used in construction. We already knew that, and you already said that the Chinese people that invented the shit, they're already not interested. I'm sorry I wasted y'all's 10 minutes with that shit right there. I mean, honestly, dude, it's just something to kill your time when you're on your way to work. And I mean, I'll get to a couple points here, but what the fuck? Not interested. You know what? One interesting thing about reefer. I was asking you. I don't know. I mean, it's all interesting to me. First time I ever had it, first time I ever partaked. I was in 6th grade. Now, I'm not condoning this behavior. I'm just telling you the first time I ever did this, I was in 6th grade. And I went to my buddy's house, and he had a ball of resin that he stole from his uncle or whatever. And he was like, "Man, we could smoke this right here, and we can get blasted to the moon." And I was thinking, how the hell are we gonna smoke that shit? It's a big ball of shit. And then he cut off little slivers of it or whatever with scissors or whatever else, and he made a little pile of it. And then we took a toilet paper roll holder, and we poked a little hole, cut a little hole, poked it, and then put some aluminum foil in it and taped it around it and taped it and all this other shit and made a pipe, and we put that shit in there. And I did just like they did, man. I hit it and I held it and I did all that, whatever else, and I held it in, coughed, oh man. But that first hit, I was like, damn, I love this shit. That's interesting. I never looked back. Not even once. Anyways, moving right along. We're off that bullshit right there. I had a few things that I wanted to talk about. I talked about them. It's hard to do these fucking podcasts where you're like 3 takes, because you're talking about the same thing 3 times in a row, and then you lose interest in it. It doesn't have that same flash, that mojo. It's hard to just come off the cuff 3 times in a row. It's a little bit harder than you would think. So at this point, I'm just rambling, and I'm already 3 cups of coffee in, so I'm tweaking on the weekend over here like I'm ready to go steal some catalytic converters or something like that. Over here jawing on fucking Walmart brand donut shop blend. I'm pretty sure I made it tar too, but I don't even care. Anyways, one thing I wanted to talk about that I didn't talk about on the first one is having fun now and paying for it later. And boy, do I know some shit about that. All right, now if you're the type of person that has fun now and pays for it later, and I ain't talking about credit cards only, I'm talking about credit time, all that shit. What I mean by credit time is if you are wasting time having fun and you have to pay for it later when you don't have the time and try to come up with the money and all that stuff, you need to stop doing that. Personally, it's put me in a fucking whirlwind of a bad spot trying to do that multiple different times on multiple different accounts. I think that it's not a smart move to live such a short-term thing like that. Like, you need to anticipate and have a little bit for tomorrow. That's something I'm learning at fucking 40 years old. And you think, well, how the fuck don't you know that already? And it's just because, man, I haven't put my energy or time into focusing on that yet, because I'm always off the cuff. Paycheck to paycheck, by the week, got to pay for this, got to go there, got to do that, got to start a brand, got to start skydiving career, comedy shows left and right, paying for every trip, having to pay for it later. I mean, no, I don't know. I'm just saying, don't fuck around and find out. Another thing I wanted to talk about that I didn't talk about in the first 2 is going back to where you used to be, man. Going back to where I got to get back to where I used to be, man. I got to get back there. If I can't get back, man, I'm going to kill myself. That's what most people think. They're going to give up if they can't get back to where they used to be, or they accept these terms, but you're doing it wrong, because you'll never get back to where you used to be. You can't go back to where you used to be. That ain't the fucking way it works. You got one timeline, Jack, and you didn't ask to be here. You can be very aware and conscious and think you're making decisions, and you are, but your inclinations come from somewhere, and your life is one progression, and those have nothing to do with you. I'm just saying, You can't go back. Like people say, well, if I could go back in time and change this or change that, I would do that. And then what? That would change up the whole fucking thing. You ain't seen Quantum Leap, that old show where he used to go back and try to save people from doing things? It changes the whole layout. You don't even have that same perspective when you're wanting to go back. I'm gonna go back and change this. I'm gonna go back and change. What the fuck are you gonna change? You can't change a damn thing. Don't even fucking try. We got to keep moving forward. You got to have that mentality if you're down in these trenches trying to fucking get somewhere. You can't go back, Jack. I remember when I first started doing comedy, Page started popping. Man, I started getting booked on shows, all this shit, man. Shit was really looking good. People was hitting me up talking about, man, you're really fucking doing it. And I thought I was really fucking doing it. And then I get banned, and then I get kicked off tour for going over time and all this little shit and having to go back to the drawing board over and over and over and over and over again with no money and no time and nothing over and over again. I always say, man, I need to get back there. I need to get back when Mullet Gang was doing good, man, when Mullet Gang was making all that money. Man, I need to get back there again. I need to get back in shape, man. I need to get back. Back. You can't go back. The only way is forward, and so that's what you got to do. Oh, that sounds real cool and motivating. I'm not trying to motivate you. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just rambling. I'm just talking. Ain't no going back, Jack. So that's why you better make sure every fucking move you make forward, you know you're going to own up to everything. There's consequence for everything. There's a reward for everything. Can't go back. Keep moving forward. You keep fucking it up, you keep doing it. Takes you 101 times. I don't care if you fucked it up 100. Keep it moving. Last but not least, you can't, and when I say this, I mean this, all right? You can't keep fucking yourself up, being mean to yourself, because you're shortchanging the things that you want to do. Number one, first and foremost, goals and the things that we want to do, that's cool and everything, but you got to pay attention to the fucking inclinations that you're naturally drawn to do, the things that you were meant to do. So I'm going to leave you with this because I'm going to end it on a 20-minute tonight, a little 20-minute podcast tonight, all right? I'm going to try to end it with this right here because this is basically just me giving you a little pep talk. If you have fucked up every single thing you have done this far in your life, all the way up, you're a recovering addict, you can't seem to get it right, you're classified as special or some shit like that on book terms of mental capacities. There's a laundry list of things that I'm talking about that go into this category, but basically you found yourself where you're like, man, fuck this shit. I don't like it here no more. I don't want to fucking be here no more. I want to fucking get out of here, man. I want to cut the fucking rope on this thing and sail off into the fucking distance and never come back. That's what some people get where they get whenever the shit don't go their way. It's where most people get. They're just like, man, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck is going on? And I'm not here to encourage you. If I am, cool, but I will tell you one thing. Whatever it is you got going on, don't fucking give up. You keep fucking pounding. You keep fucking pounding. When the shit ain't working, you keep fucking trying new shit. When everybody's telling you, well, you're a dumbass or, for doing this or doing that or whatever else, who gives a fuck? Don't listen. Just keep fucking going. Stick to the plan. The reward is at the end, not in the middle. It's at the fucking end. You gotta keep fucking banging, man. You're gonna fuck it up. People are gonna have something to say. You're gonna have mistakes that you're gonna have to own up for and own up to and pay for and all the bullshit. Don't fucking be afraid. Just do it. I want to start my business. Okay, so what? Say you start a business. Say it fails. Go for it. You're gonna learn something. It'll take you somewhere. It'll take you to another place. Ask that girl out. Man, I'm going to ask that girl out. Well, fucking do it. Don't be a Sally. Do it. I'm going to go skydiving. Fucking do it. Life is worth taking a fucking risk and taking a chance on yourself. And I can't say the word fuck enough. I'm sorry. Every time I want to fucking give up, man, like every time I want to give up, for whatever reason, the inclination doesn't push me far enough. I've done it. I've tried it. But nowadays, it's easy to skim past that shit. I don't know why, but I feel good most times. And sometimes I'll get fucking far out there, man. And I'll think about it for a second. I want to give up. It's too fucking much, man. I don't got no fucking money to keep going. How the fuck am I going to do this? I'm not selling enough merch. I'm not doing this. And it all comes down to one thing. Am I doing enough? Cleansing on the inside, getting rid of bad shit. Am I doing enough? Organizing. Do I have enough discipline? Am I doing it? And a lot of times the answer is no. And that's where you have to reevaluate yourself before you just give up. What was the fucking reason? Can you fix it? Probably. You're a human. You got thumbs. You can fix this shit. Don't give up. Take a chance on yourself. That's the last thing I want to leave you with. I love you. This is the Burn Barrel, Season 3, Episode 2. I'm Average Joey. Next time we will have Tyler Lawless on here. He had some family shit that he had to take care of, so he couldn't get on here, so we had to come rock it solo here at the Drop Zone at Spaceland Atlanta. Spaceland Hot Atlanta. Hope you got something out of it. It was just a bunch of me hooting and hollering and bullshitting, bantering back and forth with myself. I do love y'all. And bye.